I did not build my life off of being smart or capable or confident. Like I wasn't somebody who went and got a degree, knew I was smart, knew I could do all these things. I was a nobody who just tried really hard. That wasn't in the cards. Sorry.
Yeah. So you have a really nice family, and you guys come to church, all the services, and you're into real estate and the insurance. So how did you go from insurance to the real estate side of things?
Yeah, so there's two things that start to happen when you start to make a decent amount of money. Number one, you're looking for ways to sort of invest that into something so that you're not having a massive tax event in your life. So if you're making, just to use an example, $1 million, which would be a lot of money, you don't realize how much you'll lose in taxes on $1 million. So if you take half of that and you invest it into an investment, then there's ways from a tax, perspective to sort of circumvent that tax till later or alleviate that tax in a lot of way. And then the second thing that happens when you start to have a lot of money is you start to think, if you're smart, I won't always have a lot of money. Like I'm not always going to be able to make this high level of income forever until I'm dead. So you start to think like, what can I do to sort of lay up some plan for the future for my life and for my wife and for us to retire and all those other things. So those are the two main motivators. And that started to happen right around 2014. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 years into me owning the insurance.
Okay.
So, it started off really easily. We went down to the shore, and I had grown up at the shore my whole life.
New Jersey.
Yep, Cape May, New Jersey. My grandmother and grandfather lived there. My granddad was a lifeguard in Wildwood, and they retired to. They were from Philadelphia, but they retired to Cape May. And so I just grew up loving Cape May and having a lot of fun memories with Cape May. And one day my wife said, wouldn't it be crazy if we owned a house down here? And that was kind of how it all started because I had been thinking about where to put money in.
So that was your Rocky scene.
Yeah, that was my moment.
Win.
That was my moment. Win. I need you to do one thing for me. Buy a house in Cape May. And yeah, so I bought a house, which I then refurbished and turned into a VRBO, which turned into a really good investment. And then a couple of guys here at church, specifically Matt Spankenberg, had really taken off with real estate. And I'll give him a ton of credit. He was very generous with his time and his advice. And so like I kind of glommed onto him and really learned from him. He showed me the formula. He showed me how to buy properties. He showed me what to do. And if you can show me what to do, I'm pretty good at executing. So as soon as he showed it to me, I'm like, that formula works. I can do that. That's not a complex formula. I can handle that. And I had the money too. So like you have this money and resources to be able to do it. And I just followed his formula that he taught me. And, over the course between that first one and now, I just looked at it the other day. I mean, it's over 40 rental properties that I have now. And since in those years. And so just being able to diversify myself, that's what it's about. Real estate is about diversifying yourself into something different. This way, and it did this past year, forces from COVID and the economy and a couple of other factors really affected the insurance industry to a huge degree.
Wow. So you have to have those other sources.
And so, yeah, that's the cool part about having diverse income streams from different sources is that when one takes a big hit, the other one is just as strong or maybe even goes up. Like real estate actually during this time went up.
Right.
So the values of my property went up, my rents went up, therefore my income went up. And I mean, it's like double six figures now, income coming in from the real estate. And so, you're just able to weather storms a lot better and make even better decisions. Because you're not so afraid, like everything doesn't hang just on this business. I don't have to make harsh, crazy decisions to keep it alive or to do what I need to do because I have this other thing that's insulated me. And it's built my personal wealth significantly over the last, few years.